Oh, you can.
Especially when it was in the mid-90s earlier this week. 85
wasn't it just
feels
awful?
cool, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know what? I think what day was that?
Wednesday seemed to be the hottest
Wednesday
day.
was the hottest, but I think I went for a walk on Thursday in the afternoon and it had clouded over, and it felt so much better with the clouds, you know, acting as a blanket and not beating, the sun wasn't beating down on me. So
I don't complain about summer, but it was really hot this week.
Yeah,
Wow.
absolutely. We're going to get a little relief, though.
Good to see that, Tara. Thanks so much. Well, kids and dogs can mean double trouble until you see this segment. This morning, we are going to help you get your kids to learn how to train our four-legged friends and what to do if they want to meet one that they don't know. Tanya Wilhelm from Toledo Dog Training is here now with her dog, Dexter.
Hi, how are you?
And it looks like Dexter is so relaxed here this morning, right?
Yep.
One of the things I know, Tanya, that my kids will see is they see a dog and they immediately think they can go right up to it. But that, of course, is something that can get kids in trouble.
Right.
You train kids on, and maybe even dog owners too, on what to do in that situation. First of all, what should parents do if their kids want to go over and pet them?
Well, first we need to have the parents teach the kids how to approach a dog. And then there's two types of dogs. We have our known dogs with a human, and then we have our unknown dogs who are stray, walking around the streets.
Just on their own,
Yep.
right? Okay.
And you don't want to approach the dogs that are on their own. You want the kids, you want to teach the children to stop, look down, cross their hands and drop their shoulders until the dog leaves the area. And then you want the child to know to go in and tell their parents.
Okay, and that's if there's one out on its own.
Well, out on its own, even if it's a known dog, even if it's the neighbor's dog, if there isn't another human there, you don't want the child to go and approach.
Okay, now if say we come upon you or someone who has their owner is with the pet, that's a safer situation.
Yep, and you want to do a couple things. You want to have your child first ask the owner. So you want to say, hi, can I pet your dog? And if the owner says yes, then the second point you want to do is ask the dog, and that's very important. Okay. And with that, what you want to do is just have the kids kind of drop their hand, closed fist,
so
fingers in.
And I'm not afraid of Dexter.
And we're going to stop you right there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yep, because we want to have them do that about 5 feet away.
5 feet away.
So we want them to drop their hand.
Take back a little bit.
Put your
just
hand
drop
down,
the hand down.
And then say, hello, Dexter.
Hello, Dexter.
Dexter. Dexter.
See, Dexter and I already met, so maybe that kind of threw it off. But,
so go ahead and ask him again.
You actually want to have like a close...
And you're asking
hello,
him,
Dexter.
And then there's when he's saying yes.
Okay,
saying
so
yes.
normally I would think the hand would be open.
And you want to keep those fingers down and closed.
Okay, so
you
that's why you want to have the hand closed.
You don't want to have those fingers up and towards the dog's mouth. So once he says yes, as an owner, I automatically want to drop here with my dog. And then the child's going to be smaller. And the best petting is underneath the chin and around the chest. Dogs tend to not like their heads pet because they have that blind spot. And when they go like that, they want to go like that. And again, we have those fingers up by our mouths.
So when you first put that hand down, you can get a sense if it's going
Yep, and you're looking for if the dog's
right?
coming towards you. If the dog wants to come in and does a sniff. And as you can see with Dexter, how he's loose and soft, that means we're friendly and we're ready for approaching. If the dog were to look and then turn his head or go behind the owner or bark or growl or anything like that, that's a no answer.
Okay.
Not all dogs are friendly. Some are a little shy around strangers, especially kids.
And then when you're petting, I mean, obviously, you get the petting going on. Kids like to grab for tails. You have to avoid that.
Yep, you want to try to keep underneath the chin, and again, underneath here, and then nice soft rubs, not the head pats.
Okay.
So you want to kind of keep it in and nice and easy.
I think a lot of times people think if you pet under, it gives them a chance to bite more, but you say they feel more comfortable.
They feel more comfortable, much under than opposed to over. And again, this is with a dog that you're reading, and you're looking for that nice, soft, loose moment. If you see the dog and all of a sudden he changes, because behavior is fluid, if all of a sudden we get stiff and tense, then we stop.
Okay. And as a dog owner, you should train. How can you train your dog to handle children?
You slowly work at getting them comfortable around different situations. So with Dexter, he's 9 months old right now. So ever since I've had him, we've gone around to different parks, and we start real slow. We just walk on the outskirts of the park. I read him to see if he's comfortable about a situation. If he is, we slowly get closer. And again, I'm always watching Dexter because I need to make sure that he's comfortable about everything. You don't want to have a dog who's just tolerating being pet. You want to have the dog who's enjoying it. So if he's tolerating it, I need to work on that too.
And we can stand here if we want. So, and even if things are going well, you never know if your dog is going to change. So you need to look for a change in temperament.
You keep watching. And they're not bad dogs, good dogs. It's all about situations. A good day and a bad day.
And you told us about if you have if there's a stray dog to totally avoid them. But when you're greeting them, is there some kind of body language that you think you can read right away?
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of said growling, but is there a look that dogs may have
Dogs
to?
tend to, if they're not happy about a situation, they tend to get stiff. So for people that are just learning about dog behavior, the easiest thing is look for stiff and loose.
Okay, and
So
how
if
do
a
you get
dog's
out of that
stiff-
situation if you need to remove your kids from there?
Sure, you want to just stay as small as possible and not
Okay.
look at the dog, and just kind of slowly sideways
Walk
avert.
away.
Don't run, don't scream.
Okay.
For safety reasons, as an adult, I carry a horn so that if there's an off leash dog coming at me, and again, that's part of just trying to read it. Is it going to be better to horn or just to quiet?
And you always hear as a kid, don't look a dog straight in the eye. And I always wondered if that was true or not. Is that?
It can
I
be
guess
a
you should
threat.
avoid
It
that.
can be a threat, but with a good owner, we're trying to teach them that looking at you is a good thing, because humans do that.
Right.
So even though tapping on the top of the head isn't nice to the dogs, I slowly get Dexter comfortable about that, because I know people are going to want to do that. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Tanya.
Sure.
Those are great tips, especially when kids are out in the summer and they just want to have some fun. They don't maybe see the dangers that we parents do.
Right.
So thank
Great.
you.
Thank you.
Too, Dexter. I guess I know how to properly pet. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much.
And to learn more about Toledo Dog Training and to see a schedule of their upcoming events that are going on, you can head over to WTOL.com and click on the big red box. Well, speaking of dogs, did you know that acupuncture is becoming a popular way to treat some pets? We'll explain how it's being used and why coming up next. But first,